Hi folks, here's a video on how to set up a WordPress blog. If you're in my news literacy class, this is going to be the first of 3 quick videos on how to get you started on your Be the Editor assignment. So the first thing we need to do is go to WordPress and sign up for a free blog. So I'm in Google Chrome, but you can also do this in a browser like Safari or Firefox. But basically, I'm just going to go into my Google search and I'm going to type in WordPress, which is in Chrome going to show up in the address bar. And I'm going to go straight to the site, WordPress.com. Now, the first thing we want to do is be careful that we're signing up for a blog and not a website. If we try to sign up for a website, we're going to need to get an internet service provider or ISP, which would host the website, and that's a lot more complicated than we really need. We're just creating a simple free blog. So first thing we're going to do once we get to this site is make sure to go to blogs. Don't go to get started or see plans, because that's going to funnel us directly into creating a website. We want to create a blog, so select this up here, blogs. Okay, and now I'm going to hit get started. Okay, now we have to choose a template. Okay, once we choose a template, then we're going to choose what's called a theme. But I'm going to look for what I think is going to be the best type of template configuration for me as a journalist creating a news-oriented site. So this one looks pretty good, but I'm afraid it won't feature enough stories. This one actually has a large banner up here, which is just looking like it's going to take up too much space with just sort of default graphics. So I think this is going to be my best choice. This one's a shopping site, but this one will allow me to feature a lot of news stories up high. So I'm going to select this one. Okay, now again, when we're choosing the theme, we have to go through the similar kind of thought process. This and this are only really going to throw up a lot of images, and they're not going to create much of a hierarchy where I can place different stories and sort of indicate their importance on the site. This one looks pretty good, but again, all 3 of these stories are sort of given equal weight. Same thing here, although this one might be a little bit better than this one because it allows me to feature more stories. But all told, I'd have to say this one, Apostrophe Magazine, or Apostrophe is the name of the theme, is probably going to be our best template because it does allow us, as you can see here, to kind of feature a top story and still play up a number of important stories on our site. So I'm going to choose this. Okay, now I have to enter a domain, which is going to work as my address for my blog. So you're really going to want to choose the best address, which will go up here as your web address. You really want to choose that very carefully because that's going to be your address for your blog. So I'm going to call mine Mediasaurus 4. I've already done some Mediasaurus sites in the past, and I kind of like the name for reasons I won't bore you with here. But I'm going to go ahead and select this, mediasaurus4.wordpress.com. That's a pretty memorable name for a domain. Of course, Mediasaurus was the most memorable, but this will have to do. And I'm going to hit select. And then I'm going to go to free. Okay, now I have to give it an email address in order to confirm and fully register for the site. So I'm going to give it my email address here. And I'm going to choose a password for the site. Okay, so as you can see, it wants me to confirm my website by clicking on an email that it just sent me. So I'm going to go to my Gmail account, and there it is. It sent me a notice that I've created a WordPress account. and I'm going to confirm. And I'm going to make sure that I log in to my new Mediasaurus site. Now, if you do have another WordPress website, be careful about this, because you may not really be able to create a new blog with that same old email address. So you may need to even create a new email address in order to create a whole new blog, which is what I need to do. Okay, so at this point I'm going to log in. And what I'm looking at here is the back end, or the control panel of my blog, which is called the dashboard. And I'm pretty much set up. I'm ready to start creating my blog now. One last thing to conclude this video, which is that if I want to go ahead and change the theme, I click on themes, and there I go. I chose the apostrophe theme, but I don't know, I might like this theme, lens cap. There was one I liked called Hero, which doesn't seem available in this with this template. But you can go ahead and choose whichever theme you want, as long as it works well for a news site. This one looks pretty good, although it's to see the free ones, you want to go up here and click free. Okay, otherwise it's mixing in the sites you pay for with the ones that are free. And that's pretty much it. That's how you register for a WordPress blog. Pretty simple.